Alright guys, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel and helps other people see it. Alright, so we got JMU versus Coastal Carolina. We're in 91 overall, they're in 86 overall, so this could be a close game. They're not too shabby, but I have a feeling still going to blow them out the water. We're averaging 55 points a game, and they're averaging 30. So I'm not too worried about this game. I think we're going to have a huge one and blow them out. But hey, let's check it out. JMU, Coastal Carolina, coming your way.
He's got the ball set up, and we're ready to get this thing started. He'll return it from the 1. Tackle made at the 27. Well, Kirk, today we get to take a look at one of the top quarterbacks in the country, and you and I have been looking forward to this. Morris's decision-making abilities make him very effective against any defense he's ever played, really.
Well, defenses have to put pressure on him and not let him get comfortable. If you allow him to scan the field, he'll simply pick you apart. If you can disrupt his rhythm, it'll give you a chance at least shutting him down.
Down right around the 26-yard line.
If these defenders continue to exploit the O-line like that, it's going to be a long day for this running back.
We've got a 2nd and 11. Ball on the 26. Caught over the middle. And he's taken down at about the 25-yard line. Denman's the kind of guy that's work ethic really pays off. Right now, he's playing some special football and leading the conference statistically. There's a very impressive open field tackle. They pick up some positive yards that time.
Well, here you get a chance to see the ability of this quarterback. His arm strength, the mental toughness to be able to deliver the ball on time. And remember, this play was well covered by that defense.
From their own 48-yard line, it's first down. Morris goes with the play fake. He's on the run. Throws falling back and got his man. And down he goes, right around the 46-yard line. So they go to the air and pick up 6.
The defense wasn't fooled too much by the play action, but it gave the quarterback just enough of a cushion to find his receiver. Fred, remember the year that this guy had last year? Looking at him yesterday in practice, he looks bigger, he looks stronger, he looks faster. Look out this year. He's going to have a better year this year than he even had last year.
From the 48-yard line, it's 3rd down. He sails it long. Swatted away.
Your instincts tell you to go for the pick. You've got to make the best play you can, and sometimes it's just batting the ball away.
Fires that quickly, incomplete. I wonder why they went for it there.
Me too. It's still early in the game to have to gamble like that. You have to question the play calling there that puts a lot of pressure now on their defense.
The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. Defense goes with the extra defensive backs as the offense comes up 5 wide. Catches it, and he's looking for more. They'll bring him down around the 41-yard line.
If you're the defensive coordinator, you got to be frustrated with the way your defense gave up that first down. The defense has got to do a better job of recognizing the screen and then chasing it down from behind, especially the defensive lineman. They've got to see whether it's the quarterback or the offensive lineman to tip the screen and then help the rest of the defense be able to slow that play down and not give up that first down.
Fires out to his wideout. And he's tackled at the 12.
This secondary better tighten it up if they're going to slow down this drive.
From the 12-yard line, first down. He gets rid of this one.
Here we go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Set. Texas. Hut. Hut. Hut.
Here's the pitch, and now the ball is free. Recovered by the offense. And they'll get him in the backfield. Here's a 3rd and long situation. Ball on the 18. They keep it on the ground, and a great tackle right there.
That is a loss of 2 yards. That makes it 4th and long.
This will make it a field goal game. The kick is up, and he's got it. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. Brought down at the 26.
Kirk, you're going to love the way this football game has started for this team. They put a lot of work into it, and it's working for them right now.
They've been able to capture the momentum of this game early. It's such a pivotal part of winning a college football game is holding on to that now. Let's just see if they're able to maintain it.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. And he pulls it down. And they make the stop at the 41.
First down.
It's 1st down and 10 now after picking up some great yardage through the air. He's taken down around the 38-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Tackled after a decent pickup. Herbie, we had a chance to see this kid a year ago, and he was sensational. If he's anything like he was last year, look out this season. It's 3rd down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks. Tackle at the 25-yard line.
It's a good job of converting on 3rd down with the running game.
That makes it 1st and 10.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
That's a gain of 7 on the play.
So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go. Fires incomplete. He was looking for the tight end.
I'm not so sure he made the best decision that time. That was a pretty tight area he was trying to throw that one into.
Off-play action. Now he's on the move. Quick out to his receiver. He makes the PAT. A 7-play, 75-yard drive. And they come away with 7 points.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
And they can forget about returning this one. And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Complete, brought down, nothing doing. From their own 28-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Pass it! Ken Boston!
Just throws this one away.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Gives it off. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. Washington gets about a yard on the play.
That'll make it 4th and 6.
Spencer is the deep man awaiting the return. He makes it out to maybe the 43-yard line.
Return for a gain of 10 yards.
The last time out, they were able to pick up big chunks of yards through the air. You wonder if they'll go back to that same strategy, or will they start to lean a little bit more on their ground game.
And he hits him hard at the 46.
That's a gain of 11 on the play. First down.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 46. Throws in the middle. He's tackled at the 37. What a throw for a big gain.
That is a great example of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making a catch.
There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. Brought down around the 18-yard line.
Holmes makes the tackle at the 18-yard line. First down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 18-yard line. Nice run up the middle. Folks, that's the end of quarter number 1, and we got a pretty good ball game on our hands so far. 7-3. We can only hope the second quarter is as good as the first. Tight ball game, folks. And he's in there. Touchdown. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Crenshaw looks ready to kick this one off. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side, you've got to find a way to keep building on your lead. And on the other side, you've got to find a way to get back in it. Throws into coverage, just picked off. He steps out around the 37-yard line.
Well, that's exactly what this defensive coordinator wanted to see. Somebody come up with a big play. Right when it looked like this team might be able to get back in the game, they come up with the big interception and maintain the momentum here in the first half.
Makes the catch and look out. And he's taken down at the 11-yard line.
Number 42 with the tackle at the 11-yard line.
From the 11-yard line. First down. And they're in. Touchdown. And he adds the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Now here comes the offense, and you've got to wonder if that last interception's weighing on the quarterback's mind at all.
The first rule on offense is to take care of the football. These guys need to remember that on this drive.
Brought down after a nice run up the middle. From their own 30-yard line. Second down. Atkins fakes the handoff. And it's caught. He gets hit out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Good pitch and catch there on second down.
Yep, it was good enough to get him the first down. That's just a nice play.
To the receiver, and it's knocked away. From the 50, second down. grab it. He's got the first. And down he goes at the 33-yard line.
Excellent job by this young quarterback of making the defense pay for bringing both outside linebackers. That's composure right there.
Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts. And they get him in the backfield for a loss. The defensive end was the victor on that play as he bolted in to tackle him for a loss.
And he was able to do that because the interior linemen held their ground, leaving the runner with no options.
From the 37-yard line, second down, 5 wide. Got it to his man on the screen, and he's level at the 31-yard line.
Gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
They go to the ground game. And he makes it out to about the 31-yard line. Maybe a yard on the run by the tailback.
That makes it 4th and 8.
It looks like they're going to try for the long field goal. Kicks away, and he nails the long field goal. They line up to kick this one away. And he's tackled at the 16-yard line. Morris's play so far, Kirk, is really what we expected. I mean, I don't think we're shocked at all at how well he's playing right now.
Isn't it fun when a plan comes together for an offense?
Exactly.
I mean, speaking as a quarterback, I mean, this guy has really gone out there and executed this plan. Now, there's still a whole nother half to go, but up to this point, he's made good decisions, he's taken care of the football, and he's leading this team. And that's really all you can ask of him.
He's out to the 30. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 49-yard line.
That's a gain of 33 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Let's see if they can build off that great run. He's going to try and scramble. Slings it. He's pushed out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
Easy, 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 easy. Two down, two down. Ready?
He makes his way to about the 38.
Call it a gain of 9 yards. 1st down.
From the 38-yard line, it's 1st down. He makes it out to maybe the 36-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
Tackled for a loss.
That was just a case of one lineman dominating another and making the play.
Down, and they need to get it to the 28. Well, Kirk, good news. We saw him go to the locker room a little bit earlier with that injury, but apparently he's all right. It looks like he's going to get back in the action here. Halfback's got it on the quick throw. They'll bring him down around the 36-yard line.
4th down.
They'll line it up for a very long field goal attempt. He gets it up, and he got it. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He really got a hold of that kick. And they can forget about returning this one.
You know, this offense is doing a pretty good job moving the football. The problem is they're not coming up with touchdowns. The offensive coordinator who's been up here next to us, Brad, the booth next to us, he's actually just taken off his headsets, and I think he's going down to the field to be next to the quarterback and the rest of this offense to try to engage with them to realize how important it is to finish these drives.
Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. And he's tackled at about the 39-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line.
I got 40.
Makes it to the 47. The offense calls a timeout, and they've got 2 remaining. And they hit him in the backfield. And the linebacker comes up and makes a big stop.
This is textbook. This is how you're supposed to play against the run.
Third down, 6 to go. Ball on the 43-yard line. Makes the catch, and he's got nowhere to go. The defense calls a timeout, and that was their first timeout. Long to punt. Well, the way they played in the first half, Kirk, as they go into the locker room at halftime, got to think the coaches will be happy, but they'll want to keep the pedal to the metal, I'm sure.
No doubt about that. In fact, I think a good opportunity for them would try to be able to score early in the second half and maybe all of a sudden kill the will of that opponent. All of a sudden you get those backups a chance to go out there and get some valuable playing time as well.
Decides to slide.
Call a gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on second down. He's at midfield. He's taken down at the 47. Nice catch that time in coverage.
Yeah, excellent job of hauling that one in. This is why he's considered by many to have one of the better set of hands today in college football.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Omaha!
And they make the stop around the 44-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From the 44-yard line, it's second down.
You ain't doing nothing today. Mike 18. Mike 18. Black 90. Black 90.
Caught out in the open. Tackle around the 29-yard line.
Nice job of picking up the Mike linebacker blitz and hitting his man for the first down.
The offense calls a timeout.
Watch 18. 18's the mic.
He's looking for 6. He almost had it, but it's incomplete.
It can be tough making a play on the ball sometimes, but that's probably a pick he should have made.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Easy. Run out.
Brought down in the open field. The offense calls a timeout.
Gain of 17 yards. First down.
The kick is up, and it's through the uprights. They might just want to squib this one. Only a few seconds left here before halftime. Excellent kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. Things are on the verge of getting out of hand before we even hit the half. These next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being. Nice run there. That's going to do it for the first half, and they're just trying to keep this thing close. 27-6. And we welcome you back to the action here, just about set for the second half. Sends it sailing downfield. And they can forget about returning this one. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Pass complete and taken down immediately. Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Brought down at about the 31.
Call it a loss of 1 yard on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Hey, Mike's 50. Down.
He's going to air it long. He's tackled right around the 20.
That makes it 1st and 10.
And the big pickup through the air has made it 1st and 10. Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. Tackle made at about the 11.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Under heavy pressure. Quick throw. And he's taken down at the 4-yard line.
That's a gain of 7 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
It's 1st down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. And he tackles him hard at the 2.
Gain of 2 yards. That brings up 2nd and goal.
Mike's 50. Let's go.
Touchdown, and it ain't over yet. He makes the PAT. It was a 7-play, 75-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown.
You know, Brad, a lot of times you have to watch practice and watch a 7-on-7 drill to not see the ball touch the ground. This time they went the entire length of the field. The ball never touched the ground. Great execution by the quarterback and the receiver.
At the 30. The 50. Inside the 30. Got some open field. And he will score. And he hits the PAT. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He just drills this one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
The quarterback did a really good job in the last drive of finding his receivers in space, and I bet he'll be looking to do the same thing again.
And he's stopped behind the line.
It's never good for a back's confidence to get tackled for a loss, but this guy knows that he's got to just keep at it, and the holes will start to open up.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 25. Offense lines up in a 5-wide set, and the defense anticipating pass here. And they bring him down for a sack on the play. And for Larkin, it's a new school record for single-season sacks.
This guy's been a destroyer all year long getting into the backfield, and I'm sure he's happy to have this new record.
Hey, check 24.
Flips it middle to the running back. And down he goes around the 20-yard line.
Larkin with the tackle at the 20-yard line. That brings up 4th and 15.
Spencer will be the return man. Spencer fields it at the 42. Whoa, he just took a licking. So he managed to get a few yards on the run back.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, Brad, with so much traffic in the middle there, it really makes it tough to break free.
They're ready to begin another drive.
Easy.
Zips it to the back, and he is drilled at the 46.
Thomas on the tackle at the 46-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down. He fights forward to about the 46. And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Gain of 4 on the play. First down.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 42-yard line. And they get nice yardage on that run.
Gaining 4 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Man left. Two down.
Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts.
Let's go.
Throws it deep. And he scores. Touchdown.
The wideout here truly knows what he has to do to contribute to make his team successful.
And he tacks up. On the extra point. Crenshaw looks ready to kick this one off. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. Morris's consistency throughout this game really cementing his star status right now. Kirk, this is what we expected of him, and through 3 quarters, he's producing.
Well, we knew coming into this game, as you said, he's one of the top quarterbacks in the country. And how can you not be impressed by what we've seen up to this point? I mean, he's making good decisions with the football, getting his teammates involved in the offense, but most importantly, he's not putting his team in any kind of bad situations. He just seems to be managing the game and not letting this game manage him.
So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. He gets rid of this one. The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion.
Makes the grab past the marker. They'll bring him down at about the 47-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 47. Here's a screen pass, gets it to the back, and he's tackled at the 49.
Wallace on the tackle at the 49-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 8.
So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. Makes the catch, and look out. He's taken down around the 34-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line. Throws it in a hurry. And they make the stop around the 11-yard line. Washington takes it left, and they'll bring him down behind the line. I think the defense jumped the gun a little bit on that play.
Defense. Automatic first down.
They're at the 6. First down.
3 down. Mike 19. Mike 19. 30 down. Check 15.
Looking for the corner, and it pays off. Touchdown. He made a great move to get into the end zone.
There's a perfect play call. They look like they practiced that one a few times.
And he converts the extra point. A nice 7-play, 75-yard drive, and it's good for 7 points.
You know, when you can throw the football as well as these guys can, you don't necessarily always have to have a balanced attack because you're so proficient in throwing the ball.
He's to the 20. He's taken down at the 26.
Well, Kirk, they were hot on offense in the first half, and they just kept rolling along here in quarter number 3.
Well, they've got a great game plan, and sometimes it just clicks. And right now we're seeing that from this offense. The last couple series, they've put points on the board. Let's see if that continues here on this drive.
6 points and a pretty display of passing was a result of their last drive. Kirk, do you expect the defense to take a different approach here?
When this quarterback is on, he is on. It already seems like whatever this defense is trying just isn't working. But maybe if they add just a little bit more pressure, then they might be able to force him into a mistake.
Into the fourth quarter now, and we're back to the action.
3 down. Mike 18. Mike 18.
Makes it out to about the 39.
That's a gain of 16 on the way. That makes it first and 10.
Man left, man
From the 39-yard line, it's first down.
Watch 18.
He gets out to about the 38-yard line. He keeps it and picks up maybe a yard.
That was the junior linebacker who'll get credit with the tackle there.
Check, check. 3 down.
He's on the run. Looking for the corner. Tackle at the 22-yard line.
Gain of 16 on the way. First down.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line.
Watch 18.
Inside the 10. He's in. Another touchdown. And he adds the extra point. Crenshaw has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. And they can forget about returning this one.
Boy, this is turning into a shootout here. Now, remember, the last time we saw this offense out in the field, they answered the bell and scored a touchdown. Can they do that now a second time?
Both teams are playing out the stretch here. You want to get experience for guys who normally don't get in the game and try to avoid injuries. Gets it out quickly. That's a great tackle. It's a 37-yard line. It's first and 10. Ball on the 37. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He scrambled. Brought down at the 39-yard line.
Call it a gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
Set. Oklahoma.
And the safety with the interception. Inside the 30. He's tackled at the 27-yard line.
They've just been outmatched and outplayed this entire game. That pass was thrown with very little confidence, and it was an easy interception for the defense.
From the 27-yard line. First down. Straight up the middle, and he'll lose yardage.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Man left. Down. Let's go.
Gets to about the 24-yard line. Third down now. They need to get it to the 17. Complete. He's got room. And he's shoved out of bounds right around the 14-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Yeah. You don't want none. Watch 18 to Mike.
What a play to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Gain of 10 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 4. They're knocking on the door.
Roger. Mike 18.
Touchdown.
That option was so smoothly executed. He looked totally in control on that keeper.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He sends this one deep. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. I don't expect any once-in-a-lifetime rallies here, but that being said, we could still see some exciting plays. They hand it off. And he makes it out to about the 27-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
From their own 27-yard line. 2nd down. The sub package in there defensively in this 5-wide receiver set. Nice pitch and catch for the 1st down. He's to the 40, at the 30, to the 20, the 10. I'm pretty sure they won't win it, but they haven't quit yet. He makes the PAT. A short 2-play, 75-yard drive, and they add 7 points to the scoreboard.
Well, Brad, right now this offense is hot, and they also took advantage of some mistakes there by the defense.
He's tackled at the 44.
Well, this is one of those days when everything is clicking for an offense. These guys have been executing, and that's the reason they have such a nice lead. You know, Brad, the last time this offense was on the field, I was really impressed with the offensive line. They just controlled the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they go back to running the football. We'll see if maybe they mix in some play-action pass as well. I expect them to run the ball, kill the clock, and put this one in the books.
1st and 10. Ball at the 29. And he's taken down around the 19-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. 1st down.
Three down. Watch 18. Here we go.
They'll get him for a loss.
When you're an option quarterback, you get used to getting popped pretty quickly. He'll bounce right back up.
From the 21-yard line. 2nd down. Less than 3 minutes in the game. Throws this one out to the right. He goes up, picked off. Nice interception. Too bad they weren't playing like this to start the day.
Yeah, their defense took a little too long to get into this football game.
I'm coming after you. Let's hear it. Let's see the noise. Down. Let me hear it. Let me feel you.
And they got him.
Brad, not only did they give up a sack here, but their quarterback just got hit and hit hard. If I'm an offensive coordinator, or especially an offensive line coach, I'm getting a hold of my offensive line, making sure these guys are on the same page, and they've got to take more pride in taking care of their quarterbacks than that play right there.
Tackle made at about the 13. Atkins gains around 2 yards there on the option.
You're not going to be able to get by a sure tackler like this linebacker too often.
It's 3rd and long. Ball on their own 13. He sails it long. Interception. And down he goes at the 35-yard line.
Can these guys do anything right? I mean, they're already getting blown out, and now another interception? This is just one of those days.
From the 35-yard line. First down.
Three down. Let's go.
Gains his way to the 23-yard line.
Gain of 12 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
He fights forward to about the 20.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. Ball on the 20. Just over a minute left. He's under pressure. Looks to the end zone. And it's going the other way. Sheds a tackler.
Wait a second. Who's calling the plays here? You've got a huge lead, and you're still throwing the football into coverage? What are you doing, trying to let the guy get back into the game?
Quick throw. They'll bring him down around the 33-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 33-yard line. And he tackles him hard at the 32. 1 yard loss for the halfback. The offense calls a timeout.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Has some daylight. The offense calls a timeout. The offensive line got a really good push there, allowing the back to pick up 9 on the play. They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on 3rd down.
Three down. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Well, the stop made there late in the 4th quarter, but this game's been over almost since the beginning. And I think it's time for everybody to head to the locker room. Long is the punter. He makes it out to maybe the 29-yard line. Well, late in the 4th quarter, this game has been over for a long time, and now we just want to get out of here like these two teams do. Going long. No, incomplete.
The intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Set. Line 80. Check.
Airing it out long. Missed him. That'll stop the clock.
Boy, what a terrible call. Not a smart decision here to go with the pass play, knowing that you should have taken a knee to keep the clock moving.
Check, check, check. Hammerhead. Hammerhead.
Now he's scrambling. Tries to get around the corner. 5, maybe 6 yards there on the scramble.
I'm here all day. Watch 18. 18's the mic.
Morris's performance, one for the books. We expected it to be great, and it was.
Isn't it fun when you know coming into a game that you think a player might...
All right, guys, I think MJ Morris got player of the game. Let's take a look. Yes, he did. 234 yards passing, 68 yards rushing with 3 total touchdowns. All right, so Coastal Carolina is now 8-0. They just beat James Madison University. It was a close one, 55-27. Special teams helped us out. There is Darius Wright running it all the way for the touchdown with his huge return of 90 yards. He is a return monster. All right, also MJ Morris threw touchdown after touchdown, and we ended up stopping them on defense a heck of a lot. 55-27. Coastal Carolina, ranked number 4 in the nation, 8-0.